Welcome to the Soulfire Podcast, where every day we talk about real life, real shit, real raw. On this show, you can expect us to dive deep into topics like marriage, parenting, money, business, feeling like you want to give up, fighting for yourself, just straight soul healing. This podcast is all about life. Hey there, it's Power Coach Alicia here, your source of fun, funny, exciting, entertaining, and educational life coaching, transformational speaking, and soul healing. We're talking about setting your soul on fire. I specialize in helping women put themselves first without feeling guilty, getting out of their own way, and finding themselves again. No fluff, no hand-holding, no bullshit here, just love, light, and peace as we journey through this thing called life. We got to talk about something. We got to talk about something so deep, so powerful, and so profound that it's going to rock you to your fucking core. And then from there, you got to go to work and you got to make the hard decisions and you've got to stand in your power because it is a must for your soul healing. Are you ready for it? Because it's going to hit you. Don't keep people around because you feel bad for letting them go. Don't keep people around because you feel bad for letting them go. Don't keep people around because you feel bad for letting them go. The people in your life should add value to you. They should lift you up. They should help you feel full. They're that aliveness of life, the things you look forward to, the memories that life is made of. And when you surround yourself with people who deplete your soul, deplete your personal power, deplete your energy, deplete your emotional fucking bank because you feel bad for kicking them out of your life, what you're really saying is, I know that you're not a good fit for me. And I know that you are causing soul destruction for me. I know that you bring me down more than you lift me up. I know that by keeping you in my life, there is going to be this level of pang and angst and just discontentment. But I'm not letting you go because I would feel bad. I would feel bad that you don't have someone there for you to listen to. I would feel bad that you don't have someone there to do for you, be for you, and show up for you like I have. I would feel bad that you are on your own and that it's time for you to fucking step into your own power and stand on your own 2 feet and protect the power that is yours. I would feel bad that I'm not enabling you anymore to be a half-ass version of yourself in the world because I carry you on my fucking back. If you told people that kind of truth that you keep in your life, that you know shouldn't be there, they'd fucking walk out on their own. They'd be pissed off at you for the truth of yours, but they'd walk out on their own. So why are you keeping them around knowing that you have this belief system as it regards to them? You think that's doing them a justice? I have this big thing here. We feel guilty when we feel empty. So when you get your fulfillment from showing up for other people, giving to other people, enabling other people, being for them what they're not being for themselves, being for them what they don't have in their life, being for them what they should be demanding from themselves and the other people in their lives, when you divert your attention from that and you give that attention to yourself, or you give that attention to other people in your life who are valuable, right? They honor you, you honor them, you respect them, they respect you. When you shift that focus away from this blood-sucking leech of a human, the reason why you feel guilty is because when you have whole people in your life that you're just adding value to, and you get your fulfillment from all that you give and do for others, and these other people don't require a lot for you to give and do for them. They just appreciate you as you are, and they enjoy your company, and they enjoy spending time with you. You feel more empty. You feel disconnected from the people who are whole, that are that light and that value and that supercharge for you. And you feel more connected to the blood-sucking leech, the soul depleter, because that person needs you. When you have your fulfillment on someone else needing you or believing that someone else needs you, and you stop giving to them for the protection of your power so you can stand in your power and so that you can, give your power other places in your life, it's not guilt. It's lack of fulfillment. You no longer feel fulfilled because you're no longer giving to someone who requires way more from you than what you should be giving and what you do have to give. You see, every interaction, every thought, every word, every action that you do every single day is either depleting your personal power or it's charging it. We've talked about this before. So when you're giving your energy to someone who is a soul energy sucker, it is 100% depleting your power. And if you go and you are completely honest with yourself and you dig into that relationship, how that relationship is, how you guys operate with each other, you will find that that person doesn't fill you up. What you will also find is that you will say specific things in order to make yourself believe that that person adds values to your life. These are things you'll say. Well, they're always there when I need someone to talk to. Anytime I ask them to hang out, I have someone to be around. They never make me feel bad for my situations and things that I'm going through. They're always there for me, right? You say all these things, and then I want you to analyze situations. Are they there for you? Or when it's your time to receive and it's your time to open up, do they make it about them? And then you think that that was them listening to you. This is a whole fucking thing. And I should do an entire fucking podcast on this because it is complete and utter bullshit that is being spewed in the life coaching world. And it's a fucking lie. And there's memes on it and Facebook posts on it. Knock it the fuck off right now. If you are the person that when someone shares their depth, their pain, and what they're going through, and you take something in your life as a response to that, and you say, oh, I felt that way once when this happened in my life, and that, and this is what I went through, and this is what I dealt with, and it was so hard for me, and then this, and then that, fuck you, and that being relatability. You are being a fucking asshole because you are taking from that person. Did you validate them? Did you acknowledge them? Did you take time to understand them? Did you take time to ask questions and see what they're actually going through, what they're really feeling, the depths of that? Did you take the time to sit with them in their feelings in a way of understanding and a connection? Or did you relate to them with your own story? And what I mean by relate to them is steal from them because you can't handle it being about you. This whole fucking bullshit that's out there that's like, it's not that I'm taking away from you. It's just that I can think of situations and times that I have been in the same place that you are. And so I want to share those with you. Yeah, it's the place that you put them in the conversation that makes all the fucking difference. And when you put it in the place in the conversation as a response to the person pouring their heart out to you, you're a fucking asshole. Hate me if you want to hate me. Never listen to another episode of my podcast. I don't give a shit. You are an asshole if you do that to people. You don't like what I have to say? Go to the fucking people out there that's saying that that's just how it is and that's how they relate. And then I want you to look at other people that you do that to, because the proof is in the pudding. When you act like that, look at the fucking person who's going through turmoil and see what it does. You know what they do? Hey there, beautiful soul. I wanted to take a second and invite you to my free Love and Light community, a place where we come together to find solace and support on our shared journey through life's ups and downs. In our loving community, we understand that life can sometimes be a challenging and winding road. And that's why we've created a space where you can find healing, encouragement, and a sense of belonging. Here, we embrace one another with open hearts and open arms, knowing that together we are stronger. It's like a beacon of light in the darkness, a place where you can freely express your emotions, share your stories, and connect with others who have walked similar paths. We believe in the power of love to heal, and we are here to walk this journey with you, hand in hand. No matter where you are in your life's journey, whether you're seeking comfort, inspiration, or simply a sense of community, you are welcome here. Together, we will navigate life's challenges and celebrate its joys, spreading love and light every step of the way. So join us in our love and light community, and let's heal together as we continue this beautiful journey through life. Just go to community.thesoulhealingzone.com. Again, that's community.thesoulhealingzone.com. They start to shrink down or come out of vulnerability, I'll verbalize it that way. So instead of being to the depth of their soul and being open with you and sharing soul deep in that vulnerable state, what you'll notice them do is shift from heart and soul and vulnerability to head and mind and logic. And congratulations, what you just did was pull that person out of a vulnerable, soul deep state where they were opening up and connecting with you. You stole it from them and you shifted them out of that emotion to head so that they can talk to you about you. Because what happens is you'll notice they shift out of where they are and they shift the conversation to you. They start talking about your life and what you just brought up and everything. And you'll notice if they're craving support and help through this, they'll ask you questions like, what did you do? How did you work through it? And you know what's real big bullshit? You usually have a fucking shit answer in response to that. So tell me again why you doing that was beneficial to the conversation. I would venture to guess in my professional position that 99% of the time, if the person has the power to ask a quality question to you about how you made it through it, about what you did and how you came out on the other side, your answer is some fucking bullshit like, I just learned to deal with it. There was nothing I could do about it. I just accepted that that's how it was. I realized that it was my problem. Great. That's a lot of fucking help for the person that just opened up to you and that wanted support and help. Please, for the love of fucking God, when someone goes to a vulnerable state and they're opening up to you and they are soul deep and they are sharing pain that they are in, stay with the person in their pain. Not to be confused with becoming sympathetic, getting sucked into their pain, and now you feel it from every fiber and place of your being that now you feel the pain that they're through. When I'm saying stay with them in their pain, stay with them while holding space, standing in your fucking power and asking them questions so that you can understand them better. Acknowledging that you hear what they're going through and how they feel and what they shared and how hard it is for them. And then get into action for them. What can we do? And if you don't fucking know, recommend personal development book. You don't know, recommend this podcast to them. You don't know, send them over to my Soulful Help Self-Help Sanctuary Facebook group. Send them to a resource that will change their fucking life. Quit trauma bonding with people and fucking taking the entire conversation to you. I will fucking go to my deathbed screaming from the rooftops that is a bullshit way to be there for somebody. It is a bullshit way to show up in people's lives. You first need to be there with them where they're at. You first need to allow them to not only feel safe with you, but to really explore how they're feeling with you. And if the only way you know how to do that is to make it about you, you've got a lot of fucking work to do. Now, on the flip side, if people are doing that to you, you need to recognize that. And instead of you'll automatically come out of the soul deep vulnerable place. It automatically fucking does that. You hear my irritation because in life, we don't have a lot of safe spaces where we can just open up and pour out ourselves emotionally. I feel like that person actually gives a fuck that they acknowledge how we're feeling, that they take the time to understand, to hear our voice, and that they'll sit with us and, come up with some sort of plan for us to feel like we have something to focus on. Because listen, if you don't go into action, there is stuckness, right? Like we just don't have that. So if you're the person that has the people in your life, oh, I know, I was there and this happened, and they fucking take it away from you, instead of jumping over to their side, asking questions about their life and what they've been through, I would halt the conversation and change the subject. That person is not a fucking good person for you to be opening up and being vulnerable with. And now you know for the future that is not a person for you. This is why I have the Soulful Self-Help Sanctuary. This is why the Expansion Mastermind exists. This is why Soul Shift, the membership, exists. So that you have a world of people where you can open up and be vulnerable and show up as you are with all that you're going through, all that you're working through in life, and be held up in a safe space, be acknowledged, be understood, and then worked with for a plan to move and to grow and to heal. That's why I've created this. Because somewhere along the lines, we are now making fucking excuses for people to be selfish assholes in conversations of vulnerability and deep soul expression by saying, well, this is the way that I relate to you and understand where you're coming from. The fuck it is. Because you can be there for them. And you can say, you know what? When I was in a situation similar to that, I had no idea what to do. So I pretty much just shut down. I pretty much just avoided it. And I can tell you that didn't really work for me. It's still here now. I'm still frustrated about it. I still feel helpless now. And I don't want that for you. And I don't really know what to tell you to do. I really don't know exactly how to help you through that. But I do listen to this podcast, or I am a part of this group. And she is fucking fire and she's fucking power. It's real life, real shit, real raw. She specializes in depression, anxiety, pain diagnosis and perpetual therapy. And it could be a great place for you to be and to help you shift through this. So 1, you acknowledged. 2, you said you've been there. You really didn't know the way out. Or maybe you did and you can give some advice there. But what you didn't do is tell a whole story about your ex or your sister-in-law or this or your that pulled it completely away from the person. You see, because once you can get to a place of completeness in the conversation, you can say, okay, I want to tell you what happened with so-and-so. I want to tell you the shit that I went through. And I want to tell you how fucking bad that was for me and why I truly understand how you feel and where you're coming from. You see, we're moving so fucking fast in these conversations. That's what you think you're doing, but you're not. So fuck these people who say that when someone opens up and shares deep and they instantly go into a relatable story and talk about it, and pull that other person out of their soul deep vulnerable state. And then that other person starts asking questions about them and their experience and what they went through. And now the fucking conversation's an hour or two into the opposite person that wasn't the one that was so deep and vulnerable in the first place. Whoever's saying that, fuck you. That's what I have to say. Because it's fucking bullshit. Do you see how pissed off I am? Because for whatever reason, we're making it okay. We're making it okay to steal someone else's vulnerable state to make it about ourselves. And it is not okay. I saw a post about this the other day and it literally pissed me the fuck off. Came from somebody that I actually love, but it is somebody that I don't open up to. I don't express my feelings. I don't share what's going on with me. I don't say what's really going on in my life. And I don't do that because they have morals, values, and belief systems that are completely, really, truly opposite than mine. They're not negative. They're not bad people and dark people and, that sort of thing. It's just that our belief systems don't align. And when they did that post, I'm like, it makes sense. Because your belief systems, the way you operate in the world goes right in line with, well, if I'm doing this to you, it's not because I don't care. It's just my way of relating. No, bitch. It's you not caring. But you don't want to admit that because you're going so fast. It shows up as carelessness. It's an automatic. You can't say that it's not you not caring or that it's you not caring. Oh, yeah. You can't say that it's not you not caring when you show up like that. It's an automatic carelessness. You don't get to choose. It's automatic carelessness. It really infuriates me because I'm a person that very rarely opens up to a vulnerable state at a soul deep level. And people do this fucking bullshit to me all the time. This is why I'm so fucking passionate about it. This is why I have a big fuck you for it. Because those of us who go to that place with people that we trust, we are literally trusting and believing that you're going to hold space for us and that this is a safe space. And we're believing that you are selfless and you're not going to hijack it and become selfish and make it all about you. So I'm not saying that you can't share your stories and share your relatability. I am saying that it comes at a specific spot in the conversation and it is not in response to what the person says when they open up. There is a whole slew of dialogue and connection that must happen before that for that person to feel like they're safe with you, you care, and they matter before you share your stories, before you make it about you, before you add in your relatability. And if you can't do that, I would keep your fucking mouth shut about your stories and your relatability until you can, and just focus on staying with them. There is one thing about this that can be completely distorted. The person who's always going vulnerable, always going soul deep, and that person is always making everything about them, then you're on the opposite side of that where, yeah, there is action needed to pull that person out of their vulnerable state and their selfishness and help them understand that there is another person in the room and that everything is not always about them. It's the duality of that, right? It's the flip side of that as well. And the truth is, when you have people in your life that are so me, I, always going soul deep, always problems, always vulnerable, it's always about them. It isn't your job to get them to pay attention to you. If they are so self-absorbed that they don't recognize you, that's someone that needs to be eliminated from your life. So don't take this as heartlessness. Don't take this as, oh, well, you can't share your feelings and you can't, be relatable, because that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't share your feelings and be relatable. I'm saying don't be a fucking asshole and take away from people who are trusting you and going to a vulnerable state to share with you what's really going on and what's really on their heart and on their mind and, the space that they need and that soul depth. Stay with them there and allow them to express that fully and be there for them through that. And then bring in your relatability and watch your relationships with people completely evolve and change. That's what I have to say about that. Like I said, I'm really passionate about it. And like I said, if you're the person that does that, you're a complete and utter fucking asshole. You can heal through it though. You can shift. You can grow your communication style. You can really be there for them. You can really be an awesome friend, an awesome mother, an awesome wife, an awesome daughter. You can really be an elevated level of value in those people's life when you shift this one big and powerful thing. Remember this sacred truth. Say yes to yourself, for within you lies infinite worth. Let your heart be your compass guiding you on a path of self-discovery and liberation. Grant yourself the grace to stumble and rise, for it is in our imperfections that we find our strength. Embrace the dance of progress where each step forward fuels the fire within you. And with massive power and deep soul conviction, let this be your anthem, your unwavering declaration. I choose me. I'm Power Coach Alicia, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Soul Fire podcast. You being here means the world to me, and I'm grateful for the time that you've dedicated to be here. And by consistently showing up, I firmly believe that you will transform your life. I'm so grateful that you subscribed and you continue to share with others, spreading my message far and wide, because together we can reach my mission of transforming the lives of 1 million souls on their healing journey. Now, to provide you even more support on your soul healing journey and address any questions you may have, I would like to invite you to join our soul healing community. Simply visit community.thesoulhealingzone.com. Again, that's community.thesoulhealingzone.com, where you can connect with like-minded women, share your top takeaways, discuss what resonated with your soul, and express your absolute favorite moments from this episode. I can't wait to read them. I'm so freaking excited to create more empowering episodes and continue supporting you. I am sending you so much love, light, and peace as we journey through this thing called life.